Have you ever woken up in the morning and thought, where did my joy go? Maybe you've noticed that the things that used to make you smile don't have the same effect anymore. Or perhaps you've been feeling a little stuck, like life is just passing you by. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many of us, especially after 60, find ourselves wondering how to recapture that sense of joy and purpose we once had. But here's the good news. Joy isn't something that just happens to us. It's something we can create, nurture, and grow, no matter our age. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 simple habits that can help you find joy every single day. These aren't complicated or time-consuming. They're small, practical steps that can make a big difference in how you feel. Whether you're looking to add more laughter to your days, feel more connected to the people around you, or simply find more meaning in the little things, these habits can help. So, let's dive in and start with the first one. Habit 1. Start your day with gratitude. Let's talk about mornings. How you start your day often sets the tone for the rest of it. If you wake up feeling rushed, stressed, or overwhelmed, it's easy for that energy to carry through the entire day. But what if, instead of jumping out of bed and immediately thinking about all the things you have to do, you took just a few moments to focus on what you're grateful for? Gratitude is a powerful tool for finding joy. It shifts your focus from what's lacking in your life to what's already good. And the best part? It doesn't cost a thing. You don't need any special equipment or training, just a willingness to pause and reflect. Here's how you can make gratitude a part of your morning routine. When you wake up, before you even get out of bed, think of 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. Maybe it's the warmth of your blankets, the sound of birds outside your window, or the fact that you have a new day ahead of you. Say them out loud or write them down in a journal. This simple practice can help you start your day with a positive mindset, and that positivity can ripple out into everything you do. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but what if I don't feel grateful? What if I'm going through a tough time? That's completely valid. Life isn't always easy, and there are days when finding something to be grateful for feels like a challenge. But even on those days, there's usually something, even if it's as small as the fact that you made it through yesterday. Gratitude isn't about ignoring the hard stuff. It's about balancing it with the good. And over time, this habit can help you see more of the good, even in the midst of challenges. Habit 2. Move your body in a way that feels good. Let's talk about movement. Now, I'm not saying you need to run a marathon or spend hours at the gym. In fact, one of the keys to finding joy in movement is doing something that feels good to you star. Maybe it's a gentle walk around your neighborhood, a few stretches in your living room, or even dancing to your favorite song in the kitchen. The goal here isn't to push yourself to the limit. It's to get your body moving in a way that brings you joy. Why is movement so important? Well, for starters, it releases endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that can boost your mood and energy. But beyond that, moving your body can help you feel more connected to yourself and the world around you. It's a way of saying, I'm here, I'm alive, and I'm taking care of myself. If you're not sure where to start, here's a simple idea. Choose one activity that you enjoy and commit to doing it for just 10 minutes a day. It could be something as simple as walking to the mailbox and back, or doing a few stretches while you watch TV. The key is to make it enjoyable, not a chore. And if you're able to do it outside, even better. Fresh air and sunlight can do wonders for your mood. Now, I want to take a moment to address something important. If you have any health concerns or physical limitations, it's always a good idea to check with your doctor before starting a new exercise routine. But even if your movement is limited, there are still ways to get your body involved. Maybe it's chair yoga, or simply moving your arms and legs while sitting down. The point is to find what works for you and to do it with joy. Habit 3. Connect with someone you love. Human connection is one of the most powerful sources of joy we have. Whether it's a phone call with a friend, a visit with a family member, or even a chat with a neighbor, taking the time to connect with others can lift your spirits and remind you that you're not alone. After 60, it's easy to feel isolated, especially if you've retired, lost a loved one, or moved to a new place. But staying connected doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as sending a text to say hello, inviting someone over for coffee, or even joining a local group or club that interests you. If you're not sure where to start, here's a little challenge for you. Think of one person you haven't talked to in a while and reach out to them this week. It doesn't have to be a long conversation. Just a quick, I was thinking of you can make a big difference. And if you're feeling up to it, consider making this a regular habit. Maybe it's a weekly phone call with a friend or a monthly lunch date with a family member. The more you nurture these connections, the more joy you'll find in them. Now that we've covered these first 3 habits, starting your day with gratitude, moving your body, and connecting with others, you're already well on your way to finding more joy in your daily life. But we're not done yet. In the next part, we'll dive into 2 more habits that can help you create a life filled with happiness and purpose. So, stay with me, because the best is yet to come. Now that we've talked about starting your day with gratitude, moving your body in a way that feels good, and connecting with the people you love, let's keep the momentum going. These first 3 habits are like the foundation of a house. They create a strong base for joy to grow. But to really make that joy flourish, we need to add a few more layers. So, let's dive into the next 2 habits that can help you find even more happiness in your daily life. Habit 4. Embrace the power of small pleasures. Life after 60 can sometimes feel like it's lost a bit of its sparkle. Maybe the big milestones, like raising kids, building a career, or traveling the world, are behind you, and now you're wondering what's next. But here's the thing. Joy doesn't always come from the big, dramatic moments. More often, it's found in the small, everyday pleasures that we sometimes overlook. Think about it. What are the little things that make you smile? Maybe it's the first sip of your morning coffee, the smell of fresh flowers, or the sound of your favorite song playing on the radio. These moments might seem small, but they have the power to bring us so much joy, if we let them. The key here is to slow down and really notice these moments. It's so easy to rush through our days, ticking things off our to-do lists without really being present. But when we take the time to savor the small pleasures, we create pockets of joy throughout our day. Here's a simple way to practice this. Choose one small pleasure each day and really focus on it. Maybe it's enjoying a piece of chocolate, watching the sunset, or listening to the birds chirp outside your window. Whatever it is, take a moment to fully experience it. Notice how it feels, smells, sounds, or tastes. Let yourself really be in that moment. Over time, you'll start to notice more and more of these little joys, and they'll add up to a life that feels richer and more fulfilling. And don't worry if this feels a little awkward at first. It's not something most of us are used to doing. But like any habit, it gets easier with practice. And the more you do it, the more natural it will feel to find joy in the small things. Habit 5. Give back in a way that feels meaningful. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you. One of the best ways to find joy is to give it away. When we give our time, energy, or resources to others, we not only make a difference in their lives, we also boost our own happiness. It's a win-win. After 60, many of us have more time and wisdom to share than ever before. And giving back doesn't have to mean volunteering at a soup kitchen or donating large sums of money, though those are great options if they resonate with you. It can be as simple as sharing a kind word, offering to help a neighbor, or mentoring someone younger than you. The key is to find a way to give back that feels meaningful to ****. Maybe it's something that aligns with your passions or skills. For example, if you love animals, you could volunteer at a local shelter. If you enjoy knitting, you could make blankets for a hospital or shelter. Or if you're a great listener, you could offer to be a companion to someone who's feeling lonely. Here's the beautiful thing about giving back. It not only brings joy to the person you're helping, it also reminds you of your own value and purpose. It's a way of saying, I still have so much to offer, and that's a powerful feeling. If you're not sure where to start, think about what brings you joy and how you can share that with others. Maybe it's teaching a skill you've mastered, sharing stories from your life, or simply being a friendly face to someone who needs it. The possibilities are endless, and the impact you can make is truly profound. Now that we've covered these 2 habits, embracing small pleasures and giving back, you've got a full toolkit for finding joy in your daily life. But before we wrap up, I want to take a moment to remind you of something important. Joy isn't a destination. It's not something you achieve and then you're done. It's a practice, something you cultivate day by day, moment by moment. And the beautiful thing about these habits is that they're not just about finding joy, they're about creating a life that feels rich, meaningful, and full of purpose. A life where you wake up each morning excited to see what the day will bring. A life where you feel connected to yourself, to others, and to the world around you. In the next part, we'll bring it all together and talk about how to make these habits stick, so you can create a life filled with joy and happiness. So, stay with me, we're almost there. We've covered a lot of ground so far, haven't we? From starting your day with gratitude to moving your body, connecting with loved ones, savoring small pleasures, and giving back. These 5 habits are like stepping stones to a life filled with joy. But here's the thing, knowing what to do is only half the battle. The other half is making these habits stick. So, let's talk about how you can turn these ideas into actions and create lasting change in your life. The first thing to remember is that joy isn't something you find once and then you're done. It's something you cultivate, day by day, through the choices you make and the habits you build. And the good news is, you don't have to do everything all at once. In fact, trying to change too much too quickly can feel overwhelming and set you up for frustration. Instead, start small. Choose one habit to focus on at a time, and give yourself permission to take it slow. For example, if you want to start your day with gratitude, begin by simply thinking of one thing you're grateful for each morning. Once that feels natural, you can build up to 3. Or if you want to move your body more, start with just 5 minutes a day and gradually increase as you feel ready. The key is to make these habits feel manageable and enjoyable, not like another item on your to-do list. Another tip is to tie your new habits to something you already do. This is called habit stacking, and it's a great way to make new behaviors stick. For instance, if you want to practice gratitude, you could do it while you're brushing your teeth in the morning. Or if you want to move your body more, you could do a few stretches while you're waiting for your coffee to brew. By linking your new habits to existing routines, you're more likely to remember to do them, and over time, they'll become second nature. Now, let's be honest, life isn't always smooth sailing. There will be days when practicing these habits feels harder than others. Maybe you wake up feeling tired or stressed, or maybe you're dealing with a difficult situation that makes it hard to focus on joy. And that's okay. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's to keep showing up, even when it's hard. On those tough days, try to give yourself grace. If you can't think of 3 things to be grateful for, just think of one. If you don't have the energy for a walk, do a few gentle stretches instead. The point is to keep the momentum going, even if it's in a small way. And remember, joy isn't about ignoring the hard stuff. It's about finding moments of light, even in the midst of challenges. Let's take a moment to recap the 5 habits we've talked about. 1. Start your day with gratitude. Take a few moments each morning to focus on what you're grateful for. This simple practice can set a positive tone for your day and help you see the good in your life. 2. Move your body in a way that feels good. Whether it's a walk, a stretch, or a dance in your living room, find a way to get your body moving that brings you joy. 3. Connect with someone you love. Reach out to a friend, family member, or neighbor and nurture those important relationships. 4. Embrace the power of small pleasures. Slow down and savor the little moments that bring you joy, whether it's a cup of tea, a beautiful sunset, or a favorite song. 5. Give back in a way that feels meaningful. Share your time, skills, or kindness with others, and experience the joy that comes from making a difference. These habits are like tools in your toolbox. Each one helps you build a life that feels rich, meaningful, and full of joy. And the more you practice them, the more natural they'll become. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. Joy is a choice. It's not something that happens to us. It's something we create, moment by moment, through the choices we make and the habits we build. And the beautiful thing is, you have the power to choose joy, no matter what's going on in your life. So, as you go about your day, I encourage you to look for those moments of joy, whether it's in a kind word, a beautiful sight, or a small act of kindness. And remember, you don't have to do it all at once. Start small, take it one step at a time, and trust that the joy will grow. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these habits resonates with you the most? Are there any small pleasures or meaningful ways of giving back that you'd like to try? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your ideas and experiences. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tips on living your best life after 60. Remember, it's never too late to find joy, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. Here's to living a life filled with happiness, purpose, and joy, no matter your age. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.